Welcome to the Greenway with Mac, a channel that celebrates active transportation. Today I'm joined by Tucson resident Derek, who offered to show me these brand new protected bike lanes and some of the local trails. This trip starts by going south at the intersection of North Stone and East Toole Avenues, near the railroad tracks and Maclovio-Barraza Parkway. Our destination is the Chuck Huckleberry Loop, which is a network of over 100 miles of off-street trails that circle the city, and I'll have more to share about those when we get there. The segment in this video is just 1.25 miles, and the main purpose is to show you how to get from downtown to an off-street trail. Another option from here is to join the Aviation Bikeway, which is just north of us in the opposite direction on Stone Avenue. Derek and I made a big loop and came back to downtown using that trail. Aviation Bikeway is an amazing off-street multi-use trail that runs from downtown out to the Davis-Monthan Air Force Base and the Groves Lincoln Park neighborhood. The city just finished these parking-protected bike lanes as part of the Stones Avenue Complete Streets project, which included some other upgrades like new crosswalks and green stormwater infrastructure. And from what I could find online, these seem to be the first on-street protected bike lanes in the city, and hopefully the first of many more to come. The two major streets in this area are Congress and Broadway, which each carry one direction of the streetcar in this area. The Fox Theater is to our right, and in the other direction are the Rialto Theater, Hotel Congress, and the Tucson Amtrak station. The Sunlink streetcar goes past all of those and continues all the way to the University of Arizona campus. Along the way, it goes down 4th Avenue, which is a hotspot of coffee shops, bars, and restaurants. Nearby, there are some other street improvements taking place, including a proposal for 7 more blocks of protected lanes on 6th Avenue. It's these protected lanes and the work over there that have me hopeful that the streets in Tucson are becoming safer for people on bikes downtown. We lose the protected bike lanes at Ochoa Street, so we should cross the street and enter the painted bike lane when headed in this direction. I used the local bike share for today's rental, and the system is called Tugo. I downloaded their app, and they charged $0.25 per minute for this journey, but there are a few other cheaper packages available if you use the bike for 30 minutes or less at a time. Currently, it seems that they only offer acoustic bikes. While Tucson is a very spread-out city, the downtown area has a fair amount of attractions nearby, including the Convention Center, the Linda Ronstadt Music Hall, the Tucson Arena, and both the Children's and Contemporary Art Museums. Tucson is a complicated city when it comes to biking. Like many Sunbelt cities, the bike score is not very good. People for Bikes give it a 39 out of 100. While there are a ton of off-street trails, the connectivity of the network inside the city is very limited. There are painted lanes in a lot of places, but by now you know how I feel about paint, especially when it's on streets with speed limits over 25 miles an hour. I thought it was on brand that one of Tucson's historical and main commercial corridors, Oracle Road, had 3 lanes of high-speed traffic and a painted lane alongside of it. This stretch next to the cemetery was a little too on the nose metaphorically, as they made it convenient to dispose of you if an inattentive driver crossed the paint at 50 miles per hour. This stretch of road is also called the Miracle Mile. I was going to joke that it's a miracle that more people don't die there, but a quick news search pulled up a handful of deadly crashes on Oracle just in the last 6 months, so Tucson streets are no laughing matter. There's a lot of work to do, and the hundreds of miles of stroads are unforgivable, but I am encouraged by some of the recent Complete Streets projects downtown. Another planned regional project is a north-south bus rapid transit route that will connect 3 transit centers, the Loop, and the airport. To stay connected with biking in Tucson, I suggest the Living Streets Alliance. They organized a cyclovia event while I was in town, but I didn't find out until the day of, so unfortunately I missed it. But follow them so that you don't. Another way to stay connected is the Car Free Tucson Instagram account. In addition to promoting bikes, they are huge supporters of public transportation locally. I'm not much of a mountain biker, but I also found the Mountain Cog podcast to be entertaining and insightful about bike life in and around Tucson. And of course, if you like learning about other greenways and other cities' bike routes, then make sure you subscribe to this channel. I recorded a few videos in Tempe earlier this year, so I'll have some additional content from the desert to share later this summer. We are making a left to stay on Cushing, but it will feel like we are turning onto Granada. This crosswalk leads to the El Paso and Southwest Greenway, which generally runs parallel to the 10 freeway. This is an old rail line, and about 2 of the planned 6 miles are complete, starting right here and going south. Greenways like this one contribute to Tucson's huge number of off-street trails that for all intents and purposes serve as bicycle highways. It's no surprise that Tucson is a top destination for professional cyclists, especially in the winter. There are nearly 200 miles completed of a planned 853. Click the card at the end of this video to see the sections that we covered. We are going to join the Greenway on this side of the river, but there is another one on the opposite bank. That section of trail is called the Diamond Street Loop. This bridge carries the streetcar over the river, and the western terminus of the line is up ahead. There is not a ramp here to ride down to the trail, but the stairs have a ramp that makes it pretty easy to roll your bike down. Special thanks to Derek for showing me around. We kept going for about 10 more miles, and you can find those videos with some music, but without all my commentary. Thanks for coming along. I'll see you on the next Greenway.